So, how can you be scared of AI when every time you call the bank and you check how much money you got in your bank account, when you answer that, when you call and the answer machine picks up and it says, press 1 to get to this department, or press 2 to get to that department, that's AI.
Deontay, you got the keys, yo.
Yeah. He got shot and came back. Now he's sharper, more focused. Same pain could've broke him. He just turned it to motion. Same ones close to his side. Started moving real flawed. Tried to take the whole wave, whole sauce, whole catalog.
What's going on, y'all? What's the word? What's the vibe, man? It's your boy Key, aka the low-key entrepreneur, aka Mr. No Excuses, back with another video. I know it's been a long time since I dropped a YouTube video, but man, got some good stuff cooking up, and I felt like I needed a reintroduction. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't feel like I needed a reintroduction, but my mom told me I gotta reintroduce myself, so y'all know mom always knows best. So, but yeah, because I'm going to be talking about some different things on this channel. Of course, there's some things I've already been talking about, but I'm really just ready to crank out the content like I used to, dropping one video a day on YouTube, not just posting little clips on Instagram, but it's time to really crank up and feed y'all the info that I know I can deliver. So, first off, if y'all don't know who I am, my name is Key. I'm in this wheelchair because I got shot in my neck at the age of 18, almost 11 years ago. I was set up by a female to get robbed, and now I am quadriplegic after my injury. But the doctors said I would never walk again. They said I would never breathe on my own. I would never speak on my own. I would never eat on my own. And I've been able to overcome everything besides walking. But yeah, so that's a little bit about my story. Currently, I do credit repair, I do funding, I make music, produce music space, and I also go crazy in the AI space. So that's why I want to reintroduce myself, because I want to start talking about some of the tools that I've been using on this channel. I want to give ways that y'all can actually be more productive and just give y'all a lot of sauce when it comes to the tools that really helped me crank up, the tools that really helped me get back to myself and just being able to be more productive. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and drop a like on this video, drop a comment if y'all have any questions, but it's time to get straight into it. First off, let's talk about where I've been. Man, I've been ducked off these last couple months. I just haven't really made no content. I've really just been building in silence, building all my softwares, building on my websites, my funnels, apps, helping my mentees go crazy with their AI bots and stuff like that, building bots. Man, I've been doing a lot. So I feel like you can get a lot of work done when you don't have the pressure of always having to post or always having to upload a video, all that stuff. Sometimes it can get a little overwhelming, and I was able to just go through like a mini reset. But now, since I kind of built these systems and workflows over that span of a few months, now I'm ready to really crank out the content for y'all, give y'all what y'all need, also give y'all what y'all want. And it's just time to really go crazy. It's my birthday month. July 27th is my birthday, so I'm ready just to go crazy. But what I want to shift is I really want to just go over some tools that have really been helping me in my business. Like I've been using Codex, Claude, Hermes, Claude, things like those, which are computer operating AI tools. And since I got into it, I really been empowered. I really been able to, shift my focus and dial in on things that I thought were already systemized in my business. Like, I was able to close a lot of gaps and able to create a lot of things that I ordinarily would not have been able to create. So that's what I want to also start talking about. I'll also be still giving game and helping the youth, doing some motivational podcasts, because this channel is all about money, music, and mindset. And to get the money, you gotta have systems and you gotta have your mindset right. And music, is always a passion of mine. And I'm using AI for basically all of those topics. So I definitely wanna just kind of show y'all. But real quick, I want to clear something up because people are scared of AI, and I want to get y'all hip. So how can you be scared of AI when every time you call the bank and you check how much money you got in your bank account, or to apply for a new bank account or whatever, you answer that when you call and the answer machine picks up and it says press 1 to get to this department, or press 2 to get to that department. That's AI. That person that's talking with that automated service, with that automated software, is artificial intelligence. We think that AI has just came out when ChatGPT was released. No, AI has been here for many years. For example, I guess I've been into AI for a long time because when Apple first released the voice control feature back in like 2019 or 2018, I went crazy. Like, before that, I wasn't really able to do things with my phone outside of Siri, which Siri is AI as well. But I wasn't really able to do things because y'all know I can't use my hands. But when the voice control came out, I was able to control my phone with my voice, which is AI, and it empowered me because now I'm able to do the things I used to be able to do. But there's limitations when it comes to using voice control. Apple now has voice control for the computers as well if you have a Mac. But it's not the same thing. You really can't control everything. Like, I couldn't edit a video using Apple voice control. That's why it's such a game changer when I start getting into things like, first I got into Manus, which, if y'all don't know what Manus is a AI company that was bought out by Facebook, and when Facebook bought it, they still went crazy with it, and now they own it, and they've been building it more and more. But when I first was using it, it wasn't like as good as I needed it to be. I was trying to build a software, and it couldn't do exactly what I needed it to do, so I stopped using it. That was like back in January. But they were the first people who opened up my mind to the possibility of computer use AI. But ChatGPT was the first AI company or software or tool that I used back in November 2022. I still remember I had a assistant that had a job outside of my job, and they worked for they worked for a company like who he was ahead. He was in the IT department, and his company was building a AI tool for banks. It was supposed to be a big AI operating system for banks here in the US, but he was outside the country, and he started telling me about ChatGPT because this company that he worked for was using it like the same day it came out because it was similar to what they were building or trying to build. So when he got me hip to that, we started using it for things like flipping shoes. So a lot of people don't know, but I used to flip shoes a lot, and we used to run bots. So when you're flipping shoes, you have to have a lot of profiles. Profiles are like addresses, names, things like that. Because if you try to purchase with the same name, the same email, and the same address, they're gonna flag it. So you have to make your name, your email, all that stuff look different. So we start using ChatGPT to jig the address. We call it jig, basically making it look a little bit different. So you might put XYZ dash 60 Beach Cliff Drive, or you might put AYCD dash 60 Beach Cliff Drive. You can do that over and over. Like as many addresses you have, let's say you have 3 addresses. You can do 30 different addresses per address, if that makes sense. So now you have 90 profiles as opposed of having just 3 profiles. You gotta make sure you have different emails and all this stuff. So we used to use ChatGPT to help us come up with these address jigs, so that we wouldn't have to continue doing it manually like we have been doing before. And ChatGPT back then was a game changer. Like I've been using it for years, and it still was a game changer. And up until January, I would say, when all this computer use stuff started to come out. I knew ChatGPT was trying to come out with the ChatGPT conductor at the end of last year, but when this stuff like Manus really went viral, and I started to understand what's the capabilities. And now, what I do now, I don't just use Manus, I don't use that no more. I don't just use ChatGPT. Now I use tools like Hermes, OpenClaw, Claude Code, Codex. When OpenClaw first came out, I started to learn everything I could about it. It took me a couple weeks because it was such a deep program, and it's always doing updates. And you try to use it, it starts breaking. It was kind of like finicky, but it worked, and it opened up my mind. I was using it for about a month or a month and a half, and then another tool came out called Hermes, and that's where things started to take off. When I got access to Hermes, it's basically a simplified, better version of OpenClaw. When I got that, I took off. Well, that's when I went dark on social media, because now I'm doing all this stuff behind the scenes, and I'm really able to operate my business behind the scenes. There's so many capabilities that I now have access to. But then, just about a month ago, Claude Code drops Fable 5. So before Claude Code dropped this feature, I was only using Hermes and Codex. I would use Codex just to fix my Hermes whenever I needed to. I didn't really use Codex for, as a harness or to do operations. But when Claude Code dropped Fable 5, that's when it really cranked up, because now I'm able to 10x everything that I have been doing. I was able to finish the projects that I've been trying to build for months. I was able to finish those and just really go crazy. So that's what, and now I'm like, man, I gotta start sharing this stuff because it's too great. There's people who, are learning from people who don't actually know what they're talking about. My thing is, would y'all rather learn from someone who has the choice to use AI for their business, or learn from who had to learn how to use AI for their business if they did not want to fail? Because I had to learn how to use Amazon Alexa. I had to learn how to use Apple voice control. I had to learn how to use these things, or else I would not have a business, because I can't use my hands like regular people. And with that being said, now I understand every single thing that is possible with these tools, because I had the time to learn. And everything I do, I don't just jump into it, and I don't just talk about it. I actually get into it and learn everything I can about it, not just talk about it like most people. So now I'm gonna be showing y'all how you can use these tools to get access to business funding, and use my tool that I created to fix your credit. You know what I mean? You can use my tool that I created to help you mix and master music, record your vocals. There's so much stuff that you can do with this, and I really want to just show y'all. So on this channel, the next videos, that's what I'll be doing. We'll be going over a lot of different tools that I'm using in my business, and really how to go crazy with it, not just talk about it. So if that's something that y'all interested in, definitely drop a like. Definitely drop a like on this video. Definitely drop a comment if you have any suggestions or any questions. I am here. And if you don't know what any of these tools are that I mentioned, don't worry. I'm going to get y'all hip, or you can always send me a DM on IG, Twitter, or find me on Facebook. Everything is in the description below. I am more active on Twitter than I am on Instagram nowadays, because that's just the space that I'm in right now. I'm going crazy with this AI stuff, man, so definitely tap in if y'all have any questions. And y'all can always join the No Excuses 6-figure apprenticeship, where you get all the way sauced up with all this info that I am referring to right now. And don't go out and pay someone $25,000, $30,000, nothing like that like I did. All you gotta do is pay me a super small fraction of that. You can learn every single thing that they're gonna teach you, and how to use AI to leverage it. So if that's something that y'all interested in, below, join the 6-figure apprenticeship, and we're gonna get y'all all the way sauced up and help you get your time back. Let's get it.